Short down the wall, scores!
Oh man, I was getting nervous there for 2 seconds that this had the makings of being another game like the Rangers Hurricanes game 2 that would go into the second overtime, just because it's like, oh my gosh, Vancouver's 19 shots on goal versus Edmonton's 30. It's like it was a good game, but it was like, oh my gosh. Edmonton evens up the series, and do we have a series cooking? I don't know. I was talking about McDavid finally coming into his own, and this wasn't the breakout game that I expected him to have. I mean, did he have a huge impact on this game? Yes, he tied the game up there in the third period. I don't know if that plays into the psyche as we try to overreact and go into game 3 and game 4 of this series. All right, and then for the Panthers versus the Bruins game, I mean, for a second there, I thought I was cooking just a little bit with my prediction, because I was like, oh, hey, look at it. It's 2-0. Hey, it's 3-0. But man, there is something about just this Boston Bruins squad that, and I felt this way ever since they lost to the Panthers last year, and it's kind of how I feel about the Rangers this year, where it's like the greatest team of all time in the regular season records-wise, kind of like the 2016 Warriors. It's like if they can't get past the first round, and this Boston Bruins team is basically the same, even though they're missing their captain, Patrice. Like, there's just a feeling this team doesn't have any guts, honestly. And I'm quoting Biz there when he says that these Panthers are on a roll, man. They are a wagon. I mean, do I think they have the most talented roster? Absolutely. Are they the best hockey team in the league? I mean, it's debatable. I mean, it looks like we have a collision course between the Panthers and the Rangers, which I had hoped and expected. But, like, talent-wise, on paper, roster-wise, yes, they are the most talented squad. Is it going to be an 8-0 New York Rangers who swept their way to the Eastern Conference versus a Panthers team that only lost 2, maybe 3 games to get there? Maybe. After tonight, though, I think the Boston Bruins, this was the kind of game that takes a lot of wind out of the sails, I would say. I mean, they did make it a fight there for a little bit after they scored those 2 goals there. But just the empty netter and then a little bit of extracurricular with the fighting and stuff, like, oh my gosh, it's infuriating, because it's like, come on, Boston. But at the same time, I'm not too surprised, because this team they look exhausted. Okay, Boston comes and shoots the Panthers out in game 4. And it's kind of like how Tampa was in the round before, where they beat up on the Panthers in game 4. Okay. And then we go back to Florida, series tied 2-2. But then Florida whoops on them in game 5. And then we come game 6, elimination game, in the TD Garden once again. And Florida just finds a way to eliminate them. I mean, Boston, you've seen their record in elimination games. Like, I am leaning towards, like, with how Boston just folded tonight, and how just Panthers have their number, and they've had their number these last 2 seasons. This seems ugly. Yeah, okay, I'll put it this way, because I've been rambling a while. If Boston can't even this series in the next game, like Sunday night, I think it's Sunday night when they play game 4. If Boston can't even this series after game 4, it's not getting past sunrise. Like, there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell. Like, both those steam trains that are rolling, the Panthers and the Rangers, they're going to meet up, and they're going to be playing hockey by next Wednesday for the Eastern Conference. Well, yeah, they'd probably give them a week to rest up and wait for the Western Conference to get set. But yeah, dude, that's my thoughts on that.